well, it's 5 o'clock on my watch, so welcome to your bar workout. Today for our props, we'll need our resistance bands, our 2 dumbbells, either 2, 3, 4, 5. I wouldn't go higher than 5-pound weights, unless you want to, hey, it's your choice. And then a little 9-inch Pilates squishy ball. So we're gonna go ahead and get started in a child's pose on our mat. So our knees will come as wide as the mat, toes come together to touch. Send the sits bones back and send the palms forward. Take 3 full rounds of breath here, just taking a moment, decompressing in that spine. Taking a full breath, filling up the lungs. Reaching at the top, and then an open mouth exhale, let it go. Coming to your space to take the next 60 minutes of self-care and self-love at our bar. Take one more deep inhale, filling up, filling up. Open mouth exhale. Picking up your right hand, placing it on top of your left, and walking it to the far left side of your space. Begin to take deep breaths, lengthening and elongating in that right side. Allowing the intercostal muscles to open. Taking the deepest breaths you've maybe taken all day. And letting it all go, releasing. One more deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. Inhale, coming to the center of your space. As you exhale, picking up the left hand and walking it to the far right side, ending on top of the right hand. Feel that left side body open. Sending deep breaths in between each rib. Deep inhalations. Open mouth exhalation. One more deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. Inhale, coming back to the center of your space. Stay hold for the exhale. Sliding the palms underneath the shoulders, coming into a tabletop. We'll wag our tail side to side. And then make sure that the shoulders are directly over the palms. Index finger facing forward, thumbs facing in. Pull the biceps forward so that eye and bend of the elbow faces front. Have length and space between the shoulder blades, so don't sink the shoulder blades down. Have that space between that shoulder girdle. Pull the navel into the spine so that the tailbone is heavy. Tuck the toes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. As you exhale, lift and float the knees, looking straight down in between the hands. We're gonna hold this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap the knees, keep the toes tucked, and sit back onto your heels. Untuck even the baby toe so that we're stretching through the arch of the foot. Open the hands nice and wide, open and close the hands. Open, close. Really warming up through the forearms. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Interlace the fingers, making figure 8s, rolling through the wrists. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to your tabletop, tap the shoelace side of the feet. Taking a few rounds of cat-cow, drop the belly, lift the gaze, inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes round, press the shoulder blades away from one another through cat pose. Inhale through cow pose. Exhale through cat pose. 2 more, inhale through cow pose. Exhale through cat pose. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Coming back to that center line, grabbing your squishy ball, placing it on the high point of the inner thighs. With the palms nice and wide, really press through the knuckles of the fingers to really spread the fingers. Tuck the toes, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, float that table. Begin to squeeze and pulse that ball. Squeeze and pulse. Pull that navel in. Look straight down, keeping that cervical spine neutral. We've got this. Activate through the fingertips. We go for 8, 7, whoop, 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 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Tap the knees, untuck the toes, and grab that squishy ball with the right hand. Take left hand, goes directly underneath the face. Tuck the right toes. Lengthen the left leg long and begin to rock back and forth, stretching in that calf for 3, 2, 1. Activate in that left shoulder blade. Pull the navel into the spine. Flex the left toes towards the face. Extend the right arm. You're going to tap the arm to the mat. The toes come to the mat. As you exhale, double pulse. Tap it down, double pulse. For 8, breathing. 7, activating through that core. 6, you've got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both the leg and the arm at the same time. We've got this. Breathing. Keep that balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, find length, find space. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. For 5, breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse the arm and the leg. We've got it. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee, take the arm, take a moment, wag the tail. Woo! We got it. Taking that ball over to the left hand. The right hand goes underneath the face. We tuck the left toes, lengthen the right leg long. Let's flex and stretch through that right calf. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have activation in that rhomboid muscle. Pull the navel into the spine. Both hip bones face the earth. Tap the left arm forward with the ball down and take a deep inhale. As you exhale, double pulse. Really pull that navel in. Don't dump into the low back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm and leg together. Come on, pulse it up. Pulse it up. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, find length, find space. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. We go for 8. Breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm and leg together. Come on, come on. I know. Activating that shoulder. Tight core. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend the knee, rebend the arm. Woo! Make your way onto your sits bones. Whew. See, I'm like, oh my gosh. What was I thinking? Putting this one in here. But then we're always happy when we're done. Grab a teeny sip of water. Only if you need it. If you don't want to, no worries. And while we're up here, let's go ahead and grab a medium resistance band and put it on right above the knees. We're going to hold on to our squishy ball and sit up nice and tall. You want to have about a hips width distance in the legs so that you're really keeping that resistance. Come high up onto the sits bones and tie the corset muscles closed. A slight tuck of the chin, keeping the ears in line with the shoulders, in line with the hips. Take a deep inhale, pull the biceps by the ears, lengthen. As you exhale, roll it down. Take an inhale at the back of the movement. Exhale, we come all the way up. Inhale, we come back. Exhale, we come up. Really press the heels into the mat. You've got it. If you need to lessen that range of motion, definitely you can make that choice. Really activate in that core muscle. You've got it. We're gonna go for 8, 7, woo! 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Taking it all the way up. Squishy ball goes right to the base of the spine, right where that natural curve is. Tiny little pulses. Pull the navel in. Keep that chin slightly tucked. And we smile. This is our thrilling core power Thursday. We've got it. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more round. Let's go, let's go. We've got it. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, twist it right and left. Right, left. Pull that navel into the spine. You've got it. We twist. Keep that resistance on the band. Keep that chest lifted. Not rounding and arching. You've got it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Little pulse. Tuck pulse. Little crunch. You can do it. Press into the 4 corners of your feet. Pull that navel in. Keep that imaginary cocktail lime underneath your chin. We can do it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it back. Hold the navel into the spine. Look down towards your prayer hands. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, step that right leg out. Step it into the left. Step it the left leg out. Step it in. So the core is activating. We're working the inner and the outer thighs. You've got it. Keep that core set muscle involved. Keep that heart shining bright, straight forward. We have the heart of the ocean. And it's so sparkly. So stepping out now, inner thighs, outer thighs. You've got it. Keep that core activated. Whoop, whoop, whoop. For 5, 4. You've got it for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take that ball, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Get the shoulders down, planted onto the mat. Step the heels back closer towards the sits bones and ditch your ball for now. Take your palms, plank them down by the hips. Pull that navel into the spine. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, hips lift up nice and high. Take a deep inhale through the nose. You reach your hips even higher. If you need any type of modification, you can always take your hands and hold onto your hips and have your elbows help support you. All right, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, we hold. Inhale, we tap the booty towards the ground. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Beautiful. Down, press up. You really want to press down through the heels. Squeeze the glutes. I like to imagine that there is a thread on the top of the ceiling and it's pulling both hip bones up at the same time. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can do it for 3, 2, 1. Hips stay high, hips stay high. You've got it. We lift the heels and lower the heels. Lift the heels, lower the heels. We go for 8. Breathing, squeeze the glutes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels and clamshell pulses. Keep the hips high. Open and close the inner thighs. You've got it. Nice and fast. Isometric pulses, really toning and lengthening, leaning out through the backs of the legs. You can do it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, lift the shoulder blades off the mat. Keep that chin slightly tucked. Pull the navel in so that that low back is really suction cupped to the mat. Begin to pump the hands. Now, imagine every time the backs of your hands come closer to your mat, you snap that belly button in even tighter. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale. Hold for your exhale. Little bitty crunch. Little crunch. Pull the navel in. Still looking down the tip of the nose. You can do it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lower the shoulders. Plant the back of the shoulders down to the mat. Pull the navels into the spine. Palms down by the hips. Press the palms into the mat. Lift the knees over in line with the hips. The closer they are to your chest, the less hard, I guess it is. So you want to keep the knees in exact line with the hips. And if you need to take your elbow and forearm to kind of help guide at first, you can definitely choose to do that. Taking a deep inhale, you're going to lengthen the right leg. Keep that left knee pulled into the chest, and then really pull it in nice and slow, finding that resistance. Finding the strength in the core, and then the strength. So taking it down, and back to table, and down. Nice and slow and controlled. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the mouth. To find that right sweet spot for the band. I'm just sweaty too, so it's like rolling all over the place. Oh my goodness, we've got it for 4. Keep that low back planted to the mat. And 3. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 2. 1 each leg. You've got it. Beautiful. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Beautiful. Remove that band and let's rock and roll our way to seated. Take a moment, grab a sip of water. I will meet you up. Let's meet up at our bar and ditch our mats. All right. There's like lots of fires going on right now in California, so it's making me feel all like, isn't that terrible? Okay, so we're gonna start with our resistance band down around the tops of the feet. You're gonna stand about hips width distance apart so that we have a little bit of resistance on that band. We're gonna stand parallel and we'll stand facing our bar. You wanna think, pull up through the navel, pull the corset muscle in, and a slight tuck of that chin. So that same alignment we were doing with the core is very similar to what we'll be doing here. So you're gonna sit back into your invisible chair, so you'll sit back into your heels, and you're gonna have that resistance, and you want your tailbone to go down. You're gonna sit back, back, then you're gonna lift the heels, come up, sit it back, pulse, pulse, releve, lift, and lift. We're gonna go for 8, breathing, 7, really feel it in the thighs, 6, you can do it for 5. That natural thing that wants to happen is you want to stick your tailbone, at least my body does, so really trying to aim that tailbone down is the goal here. Last 2. And 1, sit it back, pull that navel in. Have the knees going in line with the toes. Really try to stand up like you're pressing your back against the wall for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up, pull out of the standing hip, not collapsing. I'm gonna turn to the side, but you're still gonna face your bar. You're gonna lift out of that standing leg, the outside right leg or left, whichever one you're gonna do, is gonna flex towards the face. You're gonna do a double pulse to the side, resist, let it come in. So if you're standing facing your bar, the goal is to pull up out of that standing hip. Don't collapse into it. Keep the corset muscles engaged. Don't let your toes begin to pigeon inward. Really try to use the inner and outer thigh muscles. We go for 8, 7, 6, we've got it, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse it out, nice and fast. Keep it going, here we go. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop, plant both feet down to the earth, come into your chair squat. Tailbone down towards the ground, little pulses. Weight back in the heels. You should be able to glance down and see all 10 toes. You've got it, little pulses. We're gonna go for 8. Woo! 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double pulse, double releve. Double pulse, releve, releve. Double chair pulse. Sit it back. Releve, releve. We go for 8. Breathing. 7. Woo. 6. We got it for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it back and pulse, back and pulse. You've got it. We go for 8, 7, 6, breathing for 5. Come on, hamstring engagement, tight, tight core. For 3, 2, 1, pull up, still facing the bar. Let opposite leg lift. Double pull side, slowly bring it in. Double pull side, bring it in. For 8, breathing, parallel. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse it side, pull up with your core. You've got it, stand up nice and tall, lengthen out of that standing leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beautiful, plie, stretch, ditch that band, whoop, whoop, whoop. Alrighty, let's grab a sip of water. And then let's grab our two dumbbells. 2 dumbbells. Ooh. We're just gonna skip the song. All right, grabbing your 2 dumbbells, shoulders roll down and away. Coming back into that same chair that we were working in, you're gonna have a slight tilt of the head so that there's a diagonal line from the crown of the head towards the tailbone. Keep the collarbone nice and broad. You're gonna lengthen and then resist. Tricep extension. We breathe. You can do it. We're gonna go for a minute. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Tight core. Squeeze the tricep muscles. You can do it. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, whoop, whoop, 1. Pulse it up and back like you're really trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift those pinkies towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights are going to come directly in front of you, and we're going to step out to a generous second position grand plie. You're going to come to the bottom of the second position, so the knees aren't collapsing in. You're pressing into the pinky edges of the toe, and you're just taking the weights down towards the ground. You're going to come up, and as you come up, you'll pull your elbows up towards the sky. So we come down, pull it up, plie down, pull it up, pressing through the heels, squeezing, lifting the kneecaps, squeeze the glutes at the top of the movement. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it all the way up, hands to the waist, plie in second position, pulse. Tight core. You really don't want to stick your booty out in the back. Don't let your booty go back and your chest come forward. Imagine you're on that carousel. And we're just bouncing, knees in line with toes. Keep that pulse going. We're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the bottom of the plie. Lift the right heel, lower the right heel. Lift the left heel, lower the left heel. We lift right, left, right, left. Tight core. You've got it. For 8. Breathing. 7, 6. Woo! You can do it for 4, 3, 2, 1. We pulse it down. You got this. Push. Find that inner oomph. You've got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel toe the feet back in. A slight bend to the knees. Arms come straight down. Stand up. Shoulders roll down. Slowly bring the arms straight up and keep the core tight as you lower them down. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. We go for 8. Breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Roll those shoulders back. We pulse it out. Pulse it out. So we're just bouncing. This is like the child's pose of my barre class. When in doubt, we pulse it out. When we need a little break, a little catch the breath, we pulse. Keeping that core nice and tight. You've got it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up nice and tall. You're going to take a big step out to a second position. Turn the toes out to about a 45-degree angle. You're going to lengthen that right arm. So opposite arm, opposite leg. You're going to take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to tap that weight towards that left ankle. And then you're going to press through your heel, tight, tight core, lift it up. So just like there was a resistance band attached to the ground, imagine you're painting one half of a letter X. You've got it. For 8. Breathing. 7. Woo! 6. 5. Woo! 4. It's the top of it. I'm like shaking. Last 2. We gotta shake it till we make it. Last 1. Hand to the waist. Second position, plie pulse. You've got it. Knees in line with toes. Keep your chest lifted. We're smiling. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Come on, friends, we got it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen that left arm, and then you're gonna plie that right leg. Tap the weight, tight core, press through that right heel, lift and squeeze. We tap, lift and squeeze. Keep that knee in line with toe. You've got it. Keep your core engaged. Protect your low back. For 3, 2, 1. Hand to the waist, smile on the face, plie, pulse, place. I meant to say face. Face doesn't have an L in it. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel, toe the legs in. Roll the shoulders back. Ditch one of your weights, and you're gonna come and face your bar. Coming into a gentle plie, the weight will go right behind that right leg. You're gonna take a generous bend in that left leg. So you really wanna keep it nice and bent. Tailbone facing the earth, flex the toes back towards the face, forehead straight down. Double pulse, slowly bring it in. Double pulse, and in. We go for 8, breathing, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up. Pulse it up. Both hip bones face the earth. You're in a generous plie. That left thigh should be burning. Woo! For 8, 7, 6. You've got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the left leg. Both knees come together. Again, pull the navel in. Tailbone faces the earth. Don't lock out that left leg. A slight bend, like buoyancy to it. You're gonna pulse it to the side. Slowly bring it in. Double fire hydrant pulse. Resist it in. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up. Pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, hold, and curtsy plie. Fire hydrant lift, curtsy plie. We go for 8. Breathing. Feel free to remove that weight and ditch it for the ball if you need. Woo! For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curtsy pulse. You've got it. Squeeze those inner thighs. Dig deep. Pull the navel in. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab that weight. Woo! Take that left leg, figure 4 chair over the right. Woo! That standing leg was doing just as much, if not more, than the working leg. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Take a moment, grab a sip of water. Woo! That was a lot. All right, taking it to the other side. Your weight will go right behind that opposite leg. Come into a generous plie in that right. Again, your hips are parallel. Think warrior 3 in your legs. Pull the navel in, tailbone heavy towards the earth. Generous plie, knees come together. Double pulse, bring it in. Double pulse, resist it in. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We can do it. Come on for 2, 1. Pulse it up. Stay generously plie in that standing leg. You can do this. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come together, double fire hydrant, pull side, together. Oh, but we get to stand. Oh, yes. Straighten that right leg. We go for 8. 7, 6. Woo! For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come together. Hold it up, fire hydrant, and curtsy plie. Fire hydrant up, curtsy plie. We go for 8. Woo! 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm right there with you for 2. 1. Curtsy, pulse, and squat. Pulse and squat. We go for 8. 7. You've got it for 6. 5, 4, 3. Just smile for 2. 1. Remove that weight. Take that right leg, figure 4 over the left. Woo! Take a moment. Rock side to side. Beautiful. Slowly make your way up to standing. And let's face our bar. We've been facing our bar a lot today. I've just been like, you know, I need the security. The bar is my security blanket. Oh my gosh, there's a shirt. Looky there. The bar is my security. I entertain myself. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do, you're gonna grab your lighter weight, or you can just do it with body weight. Take a nice giant step away from your bar so that you can extend your legs or your arms, and that the arm can go from a first position with your thumbs in line with your navel, and then you'll bring it up and then slowly down. Slowly bring it up, slowly bring it down. And we go up. Lifting through the kneecaps, squeezing through the glutes. 7, 6. You've got it for 5, 4. Working through that scapula for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Exchange the weight to the other side. Hold it out in first position. Navel pulls into the spine. Lift up through the kneecaps. Squeeze the glutes. Bring it 5th high, and we lower on avant. 5th high, on avant. We go for 8. Breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4. A nice 5th position for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Ditch that weight. Woo! All right, the next thing that we're gonna do, still facing our bar. I just like to dance with my bar, I've realized. I'm just like, yes, let's move this way. Let's move this way. I don't know, it makes me feel good, y'all. Okay, we're gonna come back to our resistance band, and we're gonna put it on right above the ankles. Or right above your crew socks if you have crew socks on, so just over your shin. We're gonna come out into a first, it's like a demi second position, so like a very small second position. If I was in point shoes, boop, this would be like the second position for the échappé. But you wanna keep that outward rotation. Keep the core nice and engaged. Then lifting out of that standing hip, we're gonna keep this leg outwardly rotated while pointing the toes. Both shoulders face front, but that hip is outwardly rotated. You're gonna take a double PK pulse, tap. So you don't wanna lock out through the knee, you wanna have some resistance against that band. Think upward facing dog in the chest. We can do this, smile. Really getting that glute. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up, pulse it up. You go for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come out to a demi-second position. Pull everything up, transfer your weight. Keep the legs outwardly rotated. Outwardly rotate the working leg. Imagine there's a popsicle stick duct taped behind your knee and you don't want to break it. Keep your chest lifted, double pulse, tap, pulse, tap. For 8, 7, 6, you've got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up. Pulse it up. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come to a demi-second position. Pull the kneecaps up. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the core engaged. Releve, lower. Releve, lower. The whole leg assisting and really pushing beyond where that resistance band is. You've got it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more round. Come on, come on. You got it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Highest releve. Squeeze the glutes. Lift up through the kneecaps. Tight core. Find your balance. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, come on. Push, push, push for 4, 3, 2, 1. Plie and stretch. Remove that band. Oh, I know. Let's stretch our calves. Standing parallel, taking the right leg back. You want to keep that left knee over that left heel. Reach that right heel down towards the ground. And if you would like, take your forearms to your chair, bar, or counter, and we can take a moment. Take 3 full rounds of breath here. Really send breath to that calf. Just did an amazing job. One more deep inhale. Stay hold for your exhale. Slowly rolling your way up, stepping your right foot in to meet your left, step your left foot back. Stretching through that calf, find a generous bend in that right leg, and then incline the torso, or recline the torso. I guess it's incline. Incline, decline, I don't know, whatever. Fold your torso forward towards your bar. I'm like overthinking it. Really send breath to that left calf. Beautiful. Slowly make your way back to standing. Grabbing your weights for a second time, we're going to do one more round of our second position. I like to think, you know, like back in the old Bugs Bunny when he's like pulling the TNT. So it's like I want to name it something like TNT second. I don't know. I'm going to come up with a good name. All right, so when you're standing tall, your elbows are going to come up. Don't let your shoulders come up by your ears though. Pull those shoulder blades down. Pull the core in nice and tight, and you're going to lift through the kneecaps, squeeze the glutes at the top of the movement. When you resist the weights down, you're going to come to a grand plie second position or a horse squat. Press through the heels, we lift and crack down. Lift and squeeze, resist it down. For 8, breathing, 7, 6, 5, 4, woo-hoo-hoo, 3, Sally's worse, 2, lift those elbows up, 1, hands on the waist, pulse it out, second position. Press evenly in the four corners of the feet. Press into that pinky toe, keep that outward rotation, you've got this. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel toe the feet together, sit back into your chair, tuck that tailbone, tricep extension. Back, in, Bring it in. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up. Imagine that there's a thread on both pinkies, pulling them up towards the sky. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Stand up. Come to a second position, taking your arms out to goal post or cactus. We're going to pulse it up, up, biceps by the ears, tight core. Slowly resist it in. Up, up, pull it out. And up, up, and out. For 8, breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, we've got it for 2, 1, pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beautiful. Let's meet back down on our mats. We have made it, friends. Woo! Grab your mat, grab some water, and let's stretch it out together. Woo! You guys are amazing. All right, meeting back down on our mats. You guys are awesome, rock stars over here. Be so proud of yourselves because, boy, that was a lot, right? I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one that felt it, but geez. All right, sit up nice and tall. Pull the navel into the spine. Take your legs as wide as the mat. Flex the toes back towards the face. Roll the shoulder heads down. Pull that navel in. Arms come fifth high. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, leading with the chest, forward fold. Really trying to imagine you have a beam of light in the center of your chest. Aim that beam of light. Don't collapse and round in your back. Really lengthen out through those heels. 5 full rounds of breath here. Really feel that stretch behind the calf. Going behind the knee to the attachments to the hamstrings. We did a lot of work back there today. Good job, y'all. Taking one more full round of breath, really lead with that chest. This time as you exhale, round forward. One more deep inhale. And stay hold for the exhale. Rounding up one vertebrae at a time, we're gonna open out to a second position. So turning sideways so that you open your legs as wide as your mat, or even wider if you can, but still sitting up nice and tall. Flex the toes back towards the face. Inhale, arms reach high up overhead. As you exhale, going to either one side or the other, it doesn't matter. But don't roll your chest forward. Think about opening that chest, finding length. Flex the toes, you've got it. Really feel that lengthening and expanding in that side body. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back up. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, opposite side. Just noticing with no judgment how one side versus the other feels.
Noticing where your tension, where you're holding tension, what those patterns may look like. One more deep inhale. Stay hold for the exhale. Inhale all the way up and forward. As you exhale, forward fold, coming onto the forearms or all the way down onto the torso. Try to keep the knees from folding forward. Keep them up towards the sky. Toes are still flexing back towards the face. You should feel a nice inner thigh stretch. 5 full rounds of breath. One more deep inhale. Stay hold for the exhale. Inhale, coming all the way back up, taking your hands underneath the knees and bending the knees, guiding them close. And then the palms behind the sits bones. Let's windshield wiper the knees side to side. Sitting up nice and tall again. We're gonna go into a fire log pose. So if you're on your mat, you wanna align the shin like right on top of the edge of the mat, and then we're gonna stack the right leg on top. If your hip is super tight, you can take your squishy ball underneath, between the knee and the top of the shin, or underneath the thigh. Align the bones nice and so that it's like ankle over knee and knee over ankle. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Really send breath to that right hip, the glute medius and the piriformis muscles, those muscles that aid that outward rotation, that release in the low back. Smiling to yourself, giving yourself so much love and gratitude for having the discipline to make it to the end of this workout. Woo! We have to cheer ourselves on, y'all. I gotta cheer myself on. 2 more full rounds of breath. And slowly begin to walk your way all the way to seated. Take your hands right behind your sits bones, unstack the legs, and then take the opposite leg to the bottom and then restack. Making sure that everything's in line, sitting up nice and tall. If you need that squishy ball, if your hip is tight, no worries. So that squishy ball is for. Sit up nice and tall on the sits bones. Inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. One more deep inhale. Stay hold for the exhale. Walking your way all the way back up to seated. Unstack the knees. Let's meet in a tabletop as a transition. We're going to take a little heart opening stretch from our tabletop, keeping our hips over our knees. You're just going to walk your torso, walk the palms down, and then really reach forward. Keep looking up and forward. And feel that opening. If you need to take your arms wider to a V to feel this stretch, it's a beautiful back bend, heart opening. It feels super, super luscious and good. 2 more full rounds of breath. And then slowly walk the palms underneath the shoulders. Going into a downward facing dog, we'll tuck the toes, lift the hips, send the sits bones towards the sky. And let's take our dog for a walk. Pedal through the feet. Now really press the shoulders away from the ears. The sits bones high towards the sky. Really imagine you're trying to compress the top of your torso to the top of the thighs. Planting both heels down, take 1 deep inhale. Stay hold for the exhale.
Walking your feet behind your wrists, we'll grab opposite elbows into a ragdoll. It's a gentle bend into the knees, relaxing the crown of the head. One more deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Finding stillness. If you have any low back pain, please take your hands to your waist, engage through your core, and come up through a flat back. If not, you would like to roll up one vertebrae at a time, making your way to standing. Turning out into a first position. Tight, tight core. Not standing up too fast. We don't want to get dizzy and fall. Tandu your right leg out to the side, arms come ano, and we curtsy to ourselves in our practice. We step forward and share our energy and curtsy to our virtual friends. Thank you guys so much.